Hello everyone, welcome once again to my channel. It's your boy Luis Portelles, and for today's video we're gonna be talking about the swimsuit presentation of the preliminary competition of Miss Universe Philippines 2022. I have prepared a list of 10 candidates that I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to highlight their performance. And I think that this was a very interesting and intense competition, if I'm being honest. But I will say that the candidates have so much potential that it's very hard just to even come up with a topics list, and I cannot even imagine what the judges will be going through during the coronation night. But anyways, as usual, I hope that you enjoyed this video, that you find some sort of value in it. If you do, don't forget to leave a like so that my video gets recommended to more people. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. And last but not least, let me know in the comment section what do you think about my topics, my comments, and anything else that you would like to mention. So without further ado, I will see you right after the intro. Alright everyone, so let's get right into it. Number 10 on my list, I have Chantal Schmidt representing Cebu City. I think that for someone as young as Chantal, she has really proved during the competition that she has what it takes, the it factor, to really stand out amongst initially a top 50 list of candidates. I'm really in awe of how beautiful Chantal's body is, and you can see that she is not only in control of it, but that she is owning it, and she feels very empowered. I think that those three things really translated into her presentation during the swimsuit competition. And the only reason why I didn't put her higher on the list is because there are certain moments where I feel like Chantal still doubts herself, or maybe she snaps out of character for a moment, but then she goes right back into it. So I think that maybe that's something that she would have to keep in mind for the finals, but of course still was great enough for her to make the top picks. Number 9, I have Michelle D representing Makati. As I said before, Michelle was my number 1 pick for the pre-preliminary standouts, and I thought that her presentation all throughout preliminaries was very consistent, although there was something off with Michelle. I don't know if there was something, you know, going on behind the scenes, or maybe if she was doubting herself, but specifically for her presentation during the preliminary competition, I thought that the walk didn't embody perhaps like the level of confidence that she portrays with her face. I think that it needed to be a little bit more playful, a little bit more loose, and that's something that I wanted to see from Michelle. Not saying by any means that this was like a bad presentation or anything, it's just for you guys to understand why the drastic change from number 1 to number 9 in this particular competition. I still think that Michelle is a very strong candidate for the crown, and that, you know, if she does things right, she might still get the crown during coronation night. So let's see how she does. But for this one in particular, it was good, it was solid. I just wanted her to have a little bit more fun with it. Number 8 on the list, we have Vanessa C representing Iloilo province. I am so happy to see just how happy, confident, and just effortless Vanessa was on stage, because a lot of people, you know, have talked about her and like the fact that she belongs elsewhere and that her beauty doesn't belong. But let me tell you, that face and that body, a lot of you guys will even kill to have even some of that, because my god, she looked amazing. It was the confidence for me, it was just how playful it was. The only thing that I wasn't crazy about was that on the video that I was watching, which was a bootleg video, let me say that, it seemed to me like she had some tan lines around her bikini, which is something that I wish that her team would have helped her with. Maybe she was exposed to the sun prior, and like you could see the difference between where she got exposed to the sun and where she wasn't. But of course, that's something that her team had to address. Maybe there was no time, but doesn't take away from the performance and how she delivered on stage. I thought that she was incredible, and I think that it's only gonna go up from here for Vanessa. Number 7, we have Katarina L representing Taguig. Another one of the candidates that honestly I was just expecting her to really excel in the competition. I think that we have talked extensively about why Katrina is one of the front runners when it comes to, you know, more like the presentation performances in the competitions, such as Swimsuit and Evening Gown. I think that she has proved over and over to be a very fierce queen. That's exactly what I saw during the swimsuit presentation. I thought that she, once again, it's all about enjoying the moment. And yes, of course, give us like the technicalities and the twirls and, you know, the transitions and all of that. If I'm looking at your performance and I'm being hypnotized, if you are grabbing my attention, then you're doing something right. That's precisely what Katrina did. Similar to what I was telling you about Chantal, I feel like at certain times Katrina looked like she was out of it and then right back to it, and that's the only reason why she's not higher on the list. But once again, small details that she can improve for finals. She still has 3 more days to prepare, so hopefully we will see a little bit more polished version of that for the finals. Now this is where it's gonna get interesting, because I feel like the rest of my list is pretty much, almost all of them are dark horses. So I think that the dark horses really stepped up their game for the swimsuit presentation in particular. Number 6, we have Jannie representing Davao del Norte, a girl that I haven't covered extensively on the channel. Of course, she did very well for the interview challenge and then the preliminary interview as well. So of course, we know that she's a great communicator, but I was honestly in awe of her performance during the swimsuit presentation. She has such a very, I don't want to say timid, but she has such a calm personality. You know, she's very put together, she's very eloquent, and you know, it just seems like she doesn't take a lot of room. But on stage, I just saw a woman that was ready to fight, that felt really empowered, and that honestly, it made me excited to watch her performance, and then it even made me more excited for her presentation during finals. So I think that we need to watch out for her, because of course, she is really performing well in the challenges that are more physical, such as the swimsuit and the evening gown. And then she already proved several times that she is excellent for the communication. So if she cracks the top 5, she's a strong contender. I'm just gonna say that. Alright, number 5, we have Julia Sabier representing Albay. Julia, I mean, I said this very similar comment for her evening gown presentation. She works in an industry that requires for her to be physically active. She works in an industry that requires for her body to be in great shape, to be toned. And of course, those things really played in her advantage for the swimsuit presentation. Julia is also used to being in front of people, so she has a lot of confidence when she walks on stage. And I think that all of those things really appeared, really were obvious when she was performing, because you could tell that she was on her element. She has been doing great up until now. I just want her to have a little bit more fun on stage. I want to see you smile more and just like enjoy the moment. And I think that's gonna add even more to her performance. So Julia, I will be watching after you for the coronation night. Number 4 on the list, we have Angelica Lopez representing Palawan. I told you that there were gonna be a lot of dark horses within my top picks, and I feel like Angelica honestly has just exceeded not only my expectations but everyone's expectation in every single sense of the word. This is a girl that comes from very humble beginnings, not a huge pageant name, only has competed previously in one pageant, and she's able to make it to a national competition such as this, where it's extremely high caliber, and outshine most of the candidates. I think that's remarkable. When it comes to the swimsuit presentation, we often look at the physical assets, you know, and making sure that the candidate has a body that is up to the standards of an international competition even. And I think that Palawan, Angelica, really brings that to the table. But on top of that, it's really a layer of confidence and just like fierceness that is really captivating. There's really no other way to explain it. When she's on stage, it feels like it's very refreshing, because not only she interacts with the audience, but she also uses whatever she has available, whether it is, you know, the accessories or the fabrics that she's provided. There's always an added element to the performance, which always, of course, will make it even better, will enhance it. I think that she's one of the most consistent when it comes to the dark horses as well. And you know, at this point, I don't even know who my top 5 is going to be for the final prediction, but it's going to be a very tough decision, because so many of the girls, it's not just the front runners anymore, so many of the dark horses are really stepping up their game. They're all peaking at the same time, just before coronation night, which makes it even harder. Number 3 on the list, we have Annabelle McDonald representing Misamis Oriental. Once again, I am more than thrilled to talk about her, because I feel like Annabelle went above and beyond at the right time, the right moment. I think that, I don't know if this was like her strategy or something, but she has really been able to hide most of her fierce side and most of her presentation skills up until now in the competition. There were certain moments before where I was not really all that sold with her fantasy, but right now, after seeing her preliminary evening gown presentation, after seeing her interview, and now with the swimsuit presentation, I think that she's honestly a force to be reckoned with. She's a natural. She has natural beauty. She stands out from the other girls because of her skin tone, her hair color, something about her that feels very unique. You know, when you put her as a typical, I feel like she gives me traditional Filipina vibes, just sets her apart in a very good way. So as of right now, so I'm gonna be honest, after the preliminary competition, I kind of don't know what to expect from Annabelle. I think that she might still surprise us during the coronation night, so I don't want to assume anything, but yes, she is definitely delivering what we expected and even more. She understood the assignment. All right, number 2 on the list, we have Celeste Cortesi representing Pasay. A lot of you guys are going to tell me, Luis, the bias is real. No, listen, Celeste has been really performing for every single category of the preliminary competition. Oh my god, the body was just looking amazing. The face card, it never declines, and the styling is always on point as well. I feel like the fact that Celeste went with this particular hairstyle, a little bit more of a ponytail, really allows us to focus on her face and on her body, which is exactly what we need to see during the swimsuit presentation. Of course, Celeste has been doing this for a while. She's one of the girls who has international experience as well. So you could tell that she was very comfortable on stage, smiling, looking at the audience, looking at the crowd, looking at the members of the organization. It's just made it such an effortless moment and so enjoyable that I just want to replay that video over and over because I cannot get enough. And of course, that will bring us to my number 1 pick for the swimsuit presentation, and that is going to Genesis Latuga representing Baguio. From the moment that Genesis stepped on stage, you could already feel the energy level that she was bringing with her, the joy, the confidence, and just like the overall empowered woman vibes that she was giving me. Everything from head to toe, it was flawless. The styling, the makeup, the hair, the swimsuit, the way that it fitted her body itself, and on top of that, she was really able to deliver on the performance. She made it feel over the top, but without trying too much. I remember when she had the runway presentation, some people were saying like, oh, she's trying too much, she's trying too hard. And I think that ever since, she has been listening to the feedback, because this time around she came out with the same level of energy, but it didn't look like she was trying to, you know, oversell herself. It was just like she was owning the moment, and that's exactly what I enjoyed the most during the presentation. There's really nothing to criticize. I mean, that body, that skin glow, that makeup, that styling, it's I might be a little straight after this video. Maybe I am. Yes. Anyways, there you go, you guys. Those were my top picks for the swimsuit presentation of the preliminary competition of Miss Universe Philippines 2022. Let me know in the comments as usual if you agree with my comments, if there is something else that you would like to add. While you're at it, don't forget to leave a like on this video so that it gets recommended to more people. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. And last but not least, come here and give me a hug. That's a little tradition on the channel. You know that I love you, that I appreciate you. Thank you for coming and spending a few moments out of your day here with me. And until I see you next time, please stay safe, be kind to one another, sending you all my love, all my kisses, and I'll see you on the next one.